Fact number 3, you are created for God's glory. Fact number 2 is what? Fact number 2 is you are made in the image of God. And fact number 3 is this: you are formed by God specifically and intentionally. Specifically as God created you, and specifically as God created you with great intentionality. Let me demonstrate. Genesis chapter 1, verse 27. I referred to it a moment ago, but let me read it here. So God created man in his own image. He created him in the image of God. He created them, male and female. Now, I want to make this very clear today. The word male and the word female are not the same words in this text. They are two different words. Why is that important? Because there's no such thing as gender neutral. Did you hear what I said? There's no such thing as being neutral in your gender. Or as the marketing world is trying to convince you as they manipulate you in the way you think about purchasing things, you're unisex. No, you're not unisex. They're two different sexes, male and female. And the whole scheme of the world today is to try to get us to see those are very, very unclear lines. They're not unclear lines. They are clear lines. If you are created a man, you are specifically and intentionally created to be a man. So don't try to be something else. If you have boys being raised in your home, I want to challenge you today. Men, raise your boys to be men. You will determine that to a great, great degree. If you're a single mom today and you do not have a husband in the home, you get that child, that boy, around godly men. And the Church of Jesus Christ needs to be the one to hold up that model of godly men who take care of mentoring young boys and adolescent boys who do not have a dad in the home. If you're created as a female, I want to remind all of you ladies today, you are specifically and intentionally created to be the way you are. God created you female. No such thing as gender neutral. No such thing as unisex. Couples, you raise your girls to be girls. Don't raise them to be anything else other than girls. If they're created by God to be a girl, then they need to be a girl. Bruce Jenner, whom some of you have read about, heard about, maybe followed for years. At 65 years of age, he came out recently that he was transgender. He reveals to Diane Sawyer on ABC's 2020 that he cross-dresses, that he thinks like a woman, and has all of his male parts presently. Okay. Cross-dresses, thinks like a woman, and has all of his male parts presently. He states, and I quote, "Yes, and for all intents and purposes, I am a woman." That is sad. But let me tell you what else is sad. The comments from the American culture. Comments like, once a champion, always a champion. Comments like, an American hero, yet again. Did God make him this way? Absolutely not. God didn't make him that way. But he's got the same problem we have. We're all broken. We're broken. We've been broken and we live in a Genesis 3 world. And if it were not for the grace of God, some of us would think confused and twisted. But the grace of God and only the grace of God can keep us away from that. But our heart needs to be to love and to care. But our heart also needs to be that we hold the truth of God in one hand and the love of God in the other. And God values from the womb to the tomb, from conception all the way to death. Someone says, well, what does that mean about abortion? I'll tell you what it means about abortion. Abortion is wrong and sinful. That's what it means. But I want to tell you today, it doesn't matter whether it's abortion or euthanasia or anything between. Anytime we demean the value of human beings, we violate what God intends for that human being. It doesn't matter what the situation is. A child, a spouse, a family member. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter whether it's ISIS, Boko Haram, or any other group that's coming against Christianity today. It doesn't matter. God can save them all. God can change them all. His grace covers them all. You know, this is going to shock some of you, and it might even be offensive to some of you. But I want to make something real clear. Bruce Jenner is just like you and me. He's just like you and me. We are born sinners and we're born broken. And we are all in need of the grace of God. And we need to understand, regardless of our past, Christ died for us.